Big 12 Sports Director Dario Melendez is back with us. And Dario, Griffin lasted a little more than half of the regular season.
He lasted just 43 games. That is tied for the third shortest coaching tenure in NBA history. Right now, Bucks are in second place in the Eastern Conference, but the defense is among the worst in the NBA. In a statement, Bucks general manager Jon Horst called this a difficult decision to make during the season. He says the team is working immediately toward hiring the next head coach. Among those names, according to ESPN, former Marquette star and NBA champion head coach Doc Rivers. Let's get some more reaction to heard from Tony Smith earlier in the show. Let's welcome in Bart Winkler, host of the Bart Winkler Show on CBS Sports and longtime radio personality right here in Milwaukee. Bart, obviously, you know I love talking with you. Didn't think I'd be talking to you today about the NBA coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, who have the second best record in the NBA, third best record in all the NBA, being fired. What was your initial reaction when you heard this news?
I was surprised. I know that, there's been people that have pointed to some of the defensive deficiencies, which I think also ultimately cost him his job, and thought that this was maybe, in the works for a while. And perhaps it was. This is a team that has expectations, and it's unfair to Adrian Griffin. When the Bucks got knocked out of the playoffs last year, they needed to make a change. It was clear they wanted to make a change. So they fired Mike Budenholzer and hired Adrian Griffin. And then later in the summer, all of a sudden, Damian Lillard somehow is available and becomes a Buck. So he was the change that they needed, but then there were two agents of change, and now those aren't working well together, the defense being a big issue. Very surprising, but I think that what this tells you as a Bucks fan, and if you're a Bucks fan for a long time, you've lamented, they just want to get in the playoffs. They're just happy to be there. This team knows they have a championship window. And you give a guy like this a year and then maybe move on. No. The Bucks are thinking, we don't want to waste any time. We have Giannis and we have Damian Lillard, and we need to win as much as we can because nothing's guaranteed. So I'm still surprised that it happened. He had a great record. But I think more importantly, the team's struggles on defense were kind of what led to this happening today.
And Bart, yes, they have a great record at 30-13, I should say. Every team in the NBA is struggling defensively as well, especially when you have all these new pieces. I mean, was this the right decision, though?
Well, they're going to be judged on that now, depending on how far they go. And I think a lot of the pressure actually comes onto the players. It comes on to Giannis. It comes on to Damian Lillard. It comes on to Brook Lopez and Chris Middleton. Because if Adrian Griffin does not get you an NBA championship in his first year, that's an Adrian Griffin problem. But if you bring a guy in, and Doc Rivers is strongly being considered, it seems like, to be the guy, and then he's not able to get you over the hump, well, suddenly it's like, all right, apparently the players didn't want Nick Nurse, who then went to Philadelphia, where Doc's last stop was. They had Adrian Griffin, but didn't want him. They're getting in Doc Rivers now, allegedly, or maybe, reportedly. We'll find out. But no matter who it's going to be, like, the pressure comes onto the players. They're the ones that are kind of making this decision, not happy with how things have gone. The Doc Rivers report is so strong because the Athletic reporting, he has been a consultant now for a while and has been talking with the Bucks. And then the NBA insiders 2 minutes after the news are telling you, hey, by the way, this guy's the #1 contender. Oh, really? You know that a minute after the firing? So that's why a lot of signs point to that. But yeah, I think that we're going to find out if this was the right decision or not. I think what the Bucks realized, though, or what they thought, was there was no future where Adrian Griffin was going to lead this team to a championship. Even at 30-13, they just did not see it working long term. The struggles in some of these losses amplified the fact that they were even winning, or the struggles in some of the wins were more important, I think, than the fact that they were winning some of these games. So it's still surprising when you have a team this good and they fire their head coach this early in the season. It's very eye-opening.
Yeah, 30-13, second best record in the East, third best record in the entire NBA. Now the Bucks are looking for a new head coach. Bart Winkler, thank you so much.
Thanks, Dario.